Welcome, Angry Faithful. Today on Nerd Sports, we're going to talk about how much you can actually beat a person where it's consented. Because that's what happened this week with the Redskins,
the Washington football
team.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
Cowboys.
And for those of you who are listening this week on audio only, you will notice that you can actually hear David this week.
I know.
Last week, we were doing a Christmas episode, and Santa took it upon himself to mute the hell out of David. I mean, you could hear him mumbling. It's almost like he had his face buried in a pillow, but
I was clenching with my teeth.
Right, you were clenching with your teeth. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we will get to the beatdown of Washington here in just a little bit.
God, that was horrible.
Because Pittsburgh got beat down too, dude.
Did they? Hold on.
Oh God. Yeah. We'll get into NFL here in just a minute. So last week, I took my dad, my oldest, and a buddy of mine from another veteran from the 101st to the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, and we got to watch Army play the University of Missouri. And there was a lot of people that were thinking that Missouri was going to win because it was since I think like 2017 or something like that. It had been like a couple of years before or since Army had beaten an SEC team, and we're talking like a top 5 SEC team, right? So, but it took 19 Armed Forces Bowls for it to end in what's, basically a buzzer beater. The first half belonged to Missouri for the most part. First off, our seats were amazing, dude. We were like 5 rows up on the 50-yard line.
Oh, cool.
And there's a meme out there. I don't know. You can look it up. It's infantry demonstrating that we haven't had a filter from between our mouth and our brain since 1775, right? And it shows an infantryman in the stands when his dress green uniform with his arm up and like yelling, screaming. We met that guy on at the game.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Like me and my buddy were looking at each other. We're like, is that him? Oh, that's him. That's got to be him. Let's ask him. So we asked him. He's like, hell yeah, that's me. Why wouldn't it be me? He's like, and as a matter of fact, that uniform still fits. And we were like, oh. Dude, I absolutely lost my voice during that game.
I bet, man, all the screaming and everything. It's like me going to a heavy metal concert. I will never do that nowadays because I know I would have to be in a neck brace like in 3 minutes.
Well, because he's sitting there just getting the crowd hyped up. And he's like, yeah. And he's just like getting into it. And I'm over there going, ugh. I'm doing like the deep metal growl, and we were going 4 quarters, man. It was amazing. But after halftime, Army came out and they took the kickoff to open the second half. And Army figured out something. They started putting together sustained drives, and they eventually, let me see if I can find the let me see here. Let me find the box scores on it. Hold on. I'm trying to get
by
the
the
box
way,
scores on it.
When it comes out, you got to try that psychedelic Cyclops with a machine gun.
Really?
It's almost as potent as Lava Panther, and Lava Panther was pretty damn potent. I mean, this stuff is like, I'm like, whew. Like I sent to my coworker. He's like, he was like, Dave, whatever you gave me, did you give me meth? I think you gave me meth because I'm really excited right now. It was that whole squirrel thing.
Wow. Okay, so Missouri scored 10 points in the first quarter. So they shut Army out during the first quarter. Then Army came back, scored a touchdown. Missouri came back, scored. They kicked 2 field goals. So it was 16-7 at the half. Then Army came out, scored a touchdown in the third quarter, and then we moved to the fourth quarter, where Army scored a touchdown, took the lead, and then Missouri they scored a touchdown, and then they went for 2. And the 2-point attempt was no good. Okay. So at that point, it was 21-22 Missouri with like a minute and something left on the clock, right? So Army takes the kickoff and they start putting together some drives. So they throw the ball down the field. Pass interference on Missouri. Ball at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down, right? At this point, we're in Missouri territory. I think we're on like their 35 or something to that effect. And
so they haven't even passed the 50 yet.
No, I mean, but they took the ball, they started their drive at the 25. And so they were getting first downs, but it was just taking them a minute to try to get down the field. So they took their shot down the field, and it was down the right side. It was down the Army side sideline. And we got that pass interference call against Missouri. So we were like, all right, great. So me and Colin, we had left our seats. We moved up and then went down by where the band is because there's no handrails there, right? And
because fuck safety. I mean, look at the Death Star.
Right. But that was surely for aesthetics. But anyways, so we get down there, and they line up for this field goal, and there was 3 seconds left on the clock. And so everybody's just like, we're waiting because the Army field goal kicker had already missed one going, earlier in the game. And Cole Talley, he kicked a 41-yard field goal to win the game with no time left on the clock, right? But there was a penalty on the play. So everybody's sitting there going, wait. And then when the referee came out and said that it was a defensive penalty, everybody on the Army sideline went absolutely apeshit. This improves Army's record in that particular bowl game to 4-0.
Man, I hate college freaking football for that, because you can have like
well, because you can go to a bowl game or whatever, but they've been to this bowl game now 4 times and they've won it every time they've gone.
Oh,
okay. So me and my son Colin, dude, we're running onto the field, and his eyes, like from a dad's perspective, dude, this was like priceless because his eyes lit up, right? He's like, oh my God, we are on this field. And I mean, we're sitting there running around, high-fiving players, jumping up, jumping on dudes, hitting them in the shoulder pads. I mean, we're doing the whole thing, right? And then we get snatched up and we run over, and they start handing out. We run over and we sing second with Army. So we're actually singing the West Point alma mater, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody starts going over for the trophy presentation. This trophy weighs 50 pounds, right? And it's made from metal from all of the different branches of the military, right?
Okay.
And
I wonder if they got one. I wonder if,
with the exception of Space Force, obviously, because but
it might be
for about 5 minutes. For about 5 minutes, we had the play. We had the champion hat.
Yeah.
Because they were handing out the ball caps, and they handed me like a stack of ball caps. I just took 2, handed one to my son, handed one to my, kept one for myself, and then gave them back to the guy, right?
Yeah.
So we were like, what? Like, I've got the pictures. I've got a picture with him on our head.
Yeah, I've seen them. You posted on Facebook.
And then we got our picture taken with one of the players holding the trophy, which was pretty cool. But one of the players came by later and he's like, hey man, some of our guys don't have a hat. So me and my son, we immediately took our hat off and handed it to him. So that way we're not gonna cheat somebody out of a out of a memory like that, right? So,
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, we were bummed about it, but at the same time, we were just kind of like, we get it, we understand. So, um, hold on, let me see here.
What?
All right, hold on just a second. Something popped up on my screen here.
Man, I've been putting some really ridiculous memes up this year, or this last couple of things. I like this one. Fall in love with your bills, and maybe they'll leave you too. So
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you devote yourself hopelessly to your bills so that way they'll leave like your dad did?
yeah. Oh, 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 oh. There was a TikTok video, and this lady was like, "Yeah, I dip my I dip my Oreo cookies in water and not milk." And you hear it in the background. That's because your dad never came back with the milk.
Yes. Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Yes. That is the new trend now. Yeah. Emotional damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get into our picks here real quick. Moving on to the NFL. All right. So we had the Titans pick to beat the 49ers, which happened 20-17.
How many of the
We
picks did we actually get on this?
that's what I'm going to keep track of here. So we had the Packers to beat the Browns, which they did 24-22. We had the Colts to pick the to beat the Cardinals, and that happened 22-16. We had the Eagles over the Giants, that happened 34-10. We had the Rams over the Vikings, which was 30-23. We had let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we had the Patriots over the Bills. The Bills beat the Patriots 33-21. So now we're 5-1. Okay.
Okay.
We had the Buccaneers over the Panthers. So Buccaneers gave us 32-6 victory. So now we're 6-1.
All right.
We had the Jets to beat the Jaguars. 26-21 was the final. Jets gave us our seventh good pick. Now, our statement pick of the week was the Lions over the Falcons. The Falcons beat the Lions 16-20. So it was a close game. So will I pick the Lions again? No, absolutely not. Not unless they play the Jaguars before the end of the year. But even then, they might still lose. We had the Chargers over the Texans because you remember I told you I wanted to see the city of Houston sports burn.
Yeah.
The Texans showed up and played football, and they beat the Chargers 41-29. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay. And if somebody in our messages doesn't say bless you, I'm going to be highly. Well, no, I'm not going to be highly disappointed. I'm not going to be surprised. Let's put it that way. Because our listeners are pricks, right? So we had the Ravens over the Bengals.
They are our
Bengals,
listeners.
They are. We took 3 L's in a row, man. I mean, the Bengals beat the Ravens. We had it going the other way. Bengals won 41-21. Now we had the Bears over the Seahawks. The Seahawks lost 25-24. Okay, so now we're 8-4. Okay, so we're still doing pretty good. We had the Chiefs over the Steelers. Chiefs won 36-10. That was the other lopsided victory. Okay, well, there was 3 lopsided victories. There was Tampa Bay over Carolina, Kansas City over Pittsburgh. Then we had the Raiders over the Broncos. The Broncos lost 13-17. So now we are, let's see here. Let me do my math again here. Hold on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we're up to 10 correct picks. And then our Sunday night game. The Dallas Cowboys, the NFC East leading Dallas Cowboys.
14-56. That was just, and the
Whooped
memes are
Washington 14-56 at home for their final home game. Dude, this was a statement of dominance. I mean,
yeah. Last time
they
I
had an
had someone
offensive
like,
lineman catch a touchdown. That's how well Dallas did Sunday night.
yeah. Last time I seen someone dominate like this, I mean, the chick had really, really sharp heels.
Well, the last time I saw this kind of dominance over somebody, it was Christian Gray and Anastasia Steele.
Who the fuck is that?
It's 50 Shades of Grey. Come on, man. Stay up on your
Oh,
current events, bro.
no. I never watched it.
It's
I
called
never
reading.
read the books either.
Okay. Well, that you're illiterate, so it's okay.
No, now Taming Sleeping Beauty, that's a little bit even more harsher than 50 Shades of Grey.
I get all that, but for mommy porn, we're just gonna go with Gray. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Whatever.
And then
oh yeah, by Murray.
so we were up to 11. We were up to 11 correct picks. And then last night's game, we had the Saints beating the Dolphins. There was a voice in the back of my head that told me that we should have picked Miami. But then I was like, can't do that. Won't do that. Why? Well, because that just sounds stupid. The Dolphins beat the Saints at home 20-3. So we finished the week at 11-5, which is actually not bad.
Yeah.
So considering
it's better than last week. What we got like 3 right last week.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty brutal. So there's going to be a game of meteoric averageness next week. And I'll get to that here in just a second.
Now is our okay, just a quick question. The last 2 weeks, is that for the Super Bowl or is it they still
No,
have
we're still in the regular season.
We're still in regular season? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering because I was looking at the week 17. I was like, man, there's a lot of teams. I thought they would be like weeded out by now.
Yeah. So now
When
let me
is
get
the
over
Super
here
Bowl?
for
Super
our
Bowl's
week.
What, February?
Something like that. Yeah. All right. So now these games are not going to take place until the first of the year. So it'll be the January 2nd, which is a Sunday. This is week 17. There's 18 weeks in the regular season. This is week 17. So at this point now, I think when we start the playoffs, I think we should just make a bracket and stick with it. So you make a bracket, I make a bracket, and whoever's bracket does better gets to say I told you so. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so first on the docket is the Eagles at Washington. I think we should take the Eagles over Washington. On the slate is
I don't know.
The Rams at Baltimore.
Maybe this is just a joke. I don't actually believe this, but this is a funny joke, and it just popped in my head. Maybe Washington football teams probably just in their heads right now going, you know what? I'm tired of being a little bitch. We're gonna play some football like real men, and then they go out and they still lose. But no,
they're gonna lose. We're gonna take the Rams over the Ravens. It's because the Ravens they can't get out of their own way. I think the Ravens are going to end up missing the playoffs. I mean, they had a promising season. I don't know what's going on with Lamar Jackson. Honestly, he didn't play last week either. So I'm not really excited about their chances. This is our no-brainer for the week.
Yeah, this is Buccaneers and Jets. I was like,
Buccaneers at
Buccaneers.
Jets. We're gonna take the Bucks over the Jets.
I mean, even if they don't use Brady, they'd still win.
Yeah. That's gonna be a rough game. This is gonna be an interesting game. The Titans are gonna be hosting the Dolphins. And I'm going to take the Titans over the Dolphins. I mean, I know that the Dolphins are playing pretty good football here lately, but the Titans are
a little
getting it
bit
figured out.
more. They're
Yeah.
a little bit more in the lead right now. So
This is going to be a bounce back game for New England, but we're going to take the Patriots over the Jags.
they have like another coach working with them right now.
It
Too,
doesn't
right?
matter.
The Jags.
It doesn't matter.
I know
I mean,
that, but I was
these
just saying.
guys, the guys with this on this team, dude, it's a bad football team. I mean, it is. It really is. It's a bad football team.
I don't think it's a bad football team. I think it's more or less a bad managed football team.
No, I mean, when I say it's a bad football team, I mean, at best, they might be like a 7-9 team if they were coached properly.
Yeah.
And
But
I
right
think
now,
the whole Trevor Lawrence, I think the whole Trevor Lawrence experiment is going to fall flat on its face because let's be honest, top tier quarterback gets taken first round, first pick overall, and I mean, he went to a team that just doesn't perform. You know, the only thing that really saved Trevor Lawrence's career from being cut short in the middle of a season is the fact that he didn't get drafted by the Browns. Okay, the Browns are notorious, along with the Jets, for killing a quarterback's career.
Okay.
So, and then we're moving on to the Raiders at the Colts. I'm going to take the Colts on this one because the Colts are just playing lights out right now. And then let's see here, moving on. This is going to be a good game. The Chiefs at the Bengals. I think this is going to upset some people, but I think we're going to take the Bengals over the Chiefs on this one.
Okay.
And the reason why is it's not the fact that I think that, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is playing great, right? He's playing his usual signature style of backyard football. But I think that Joe Burrows and the Cincinnati offense have kind of clicked onto something. I mean, they really have. They hit on it, and it's working for them. So, I mean, they were able to put up 41 points against the Baltimore defense. So, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm taking the Bengals on this one. The Giants at the Bears. We're going to take the Bears again. And that's just because, again, I mean, the Giants are 4-11. They're going to go to 4-12. They may even finish the season at 4-13. So, yeah, I don't have the greatest of confidences when it comes to New York. And I mean, they're playing an almost just as bad team in the form of Chicago, but Justin Fields, I mean, whenever he wants to play great football, he plays great football. So, there's that. I mean, that's what I'm going to go with. He's going to have one of these one-offs where he just goes out and plays like a top tier quarterback. And it's unfortunate because it's going to be against the New York defense, but I mean, because he's a mobile quarterback, so he can throw not very well, but he can throw, but he can also run. So, I mean, he's very mobile, and I don't think that they're going to be able to contain the ends well enough to keep him from running. So, moving on, we're going to have the Atlanta Falcons at the Buffalo Bills. We're gonna take Buffalo on this one. And it's just because one, it's Atlanta, but two, Buffalo's playing way too well. They're playing way too well. They're going to be playing at home. It's going to be snowing, or it's going to, at the very least, it's going to be cold. And Atlanta, they're just not suited for that. So it doesn't matter. I mean, they're going to get their asses handed to them. I think that's going to be a big loss. I mean, it's going to get ugly. Houston's going to be going to San Francisco. I don't have a lot of faith in San Francisco, but we are going to take the Niners over the Texans. Let me see here. The Broncos at the Chargers. This is a divisional game. But you know how I always say that, like, every time we pick the Broncos, it ends up biting us in the ass?
Yeah. I mean,
well, we're going to get bit in the
every
ass.
time.
Yes, we're going to take Denver over the Chargers. Carolina at New Orleans. Man, I just
Are we getting to like it's starting to look like we're just getting into the shit piles now, except for like two of them.
Yeah.
Because the last two,
the good game. I mean, there's going to be two good games on Sunday.
Cardinals and the Cowboys.
Cardinals and Cowboys, and the Vikings at the Packers.
Yeah.
But with Carolina playing at New Orleans, man, all right. So I'm going to use this one. We're going to use complete. We're going to leave it up to complete happenstance. I have got I've got an amiibo coin for Nintendo, right? So this is heads. Okay. Can you see that? It's got the what's it called? The champion. These amiibo coins. Champion. Divine Beast champion, right? I have no idea which one this is. It's Nifa. Or is that an M? Just look. Nympha? With an M or an N? M? Mimpha. Mifa. Okay, Mifa. Whatever. This is heads. This is tails. This is going to be our deciding. This is what's going to decide our Carolina game. So what do you want to call it?
It lands like on its side.
Well, then we're going to go with a tie. All right. So here we go. Oh, and it's heads. Damn. You know what we didn't do? We didn't say who was going to be heads, who was going to be tails.
Well, the first one is heads. So Panthers. We'll take the Panthers.
Really? We're going to take. Okay. All right.
Dude, it's going to be a shit show no matter what. I mean,
go ahead. Okay. See, this is what happens. I got my boys here, and they're talking. No, it's fine. See, and here's the thing. Okay, can he hear me?
Gabriel?
Yeah.
Gabriel, can you hear him?
Can you hear me, Gabriel? Okay. So right now I'm recording my podcast, and you are making it incredibly difficult for me to maintain my professional composure. So I want to hear 2 words out of you. Oh, well, those are good words, but I want to hear magic words. It starts with an I'm and ends with a
why.
Come on.
Goodbye.
Use I'm goodbye. Seriously? I'm starts with an S.
A vegetable.
Oh, see, there we go. Now put it together. What's this? How does it sound together? How does it sound together?
I'll be right back.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again, Gabriel.
I'm sorry.
Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, so we're going to take the Panthers over the Saints. Okay. This is going to be an easier pick. This is Seattle hosting the Lions. We're taking Seattle. In no way, shape, form, or fashion are we going to show up and be like, we're the 12th man? No, seriously. First of all, Seattle has to rent rights. They have to pay a lease and they have to pay rights to the University of Texas A&M or the Texas A&M University for use of the 12th man. Did you know that?
No.
Because Texas A&M is the home of the 12th man.
That's so weird.
Right?
It really is weird. That's
Okay.
some greedy shit right there.
Now, how? It's intellectual property.
It's still greedy. I'm like, well,
I don't give a
okay.
damn. Kudos on Texas A&M.
It is Texas, so fuck them.
All right. Now, this is going to be a fun one. The Cowboys at the Cardinals. Now, why this game is important is that currently, as the standings sit, the Cowboys are the number 2 seed.
Yeah.
Okay. Because even though
Is
the
that
Rams
just
have the
for the
same record
division?
as they do, no. Cowboys clinched their division. This is for playoff seeding.
Okay.
Okay. Now, even though the Rams have the same mark at 11-4, the Cowboys beat the Rams.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the Buccaneers have the same record as the Cowboys and the Buccaneers, but the Rams beat the Bucks.
So if they win this one, they're going to get the first seed, right?
Well, no, the number 1 seed right now is all but basically locked up with Green Bay.
Okay.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens if the Cowboys and the Packers finish the season with the same record. Okay.
I mean, I've seen, very rarely have I seen like a Super Bowl, even though that there's only like 2 football games I'll actually watch, the Army Navy game and the Super Bowl. And very rarely when, just talking who's winning and everything like that, very rarely you see like 2 super powered offensive teams play each other and 2 super powered
well, it's not
teams.
even that. I think at this point, what we're really kind of looking at is who's going to have the easiest path to the Super Bowl, or at least easiest path to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Now, if the Cowboys, if they really want to avoid being a one and done team, as in they make it to the playoffs, but they're out in the first round, they need to stay away from becoming the 4th seed, because they'll either play the Bucks or they'll play the Cardinals. Okay. So
if they win against the Cardinals,
if they win against the Cardinals, I think they'll basically tie up the number 2 seed. So don't quote me on that. But honestly, with the way that the Cowboys are playing versus the way that the Cardinals are playing,
you know what? I can just text Bubblegum. He's my go-to.
What I'm looking at is that I'm taking the Cowboys over the Cardinals, because Kyler Murray, he's carrying this entire team on his back, and you can tell. So it's a situation where the Cardinals are not playing their best football. I mean, they started out the year hot as shit. I mean, they were like they were the team going in.
Okay.
And then they just kind of hit stumbling block after stumbling block after stumbling block. And the Cowboys, they're getting hot at the right time. They're getting all of their players back. They're all healthy. And they're really starting to hit on all cylinders. I mean, I remember hearing somewhere that the Cowboys threw for more yards in the first half than any other game in the season, and they were still halfway through the second quarter when that happened. Okay. Now, granted, they were picking on a very dilapidated Washington football team, but still, Washington still has the capacity to win games based on their defensive play. They've shown it all year long. So I'm like I said, with that all being said, I'm taking the Cowboys over the Cardinals because they're the hot team right now. They got hot at the right time. They're all they're all healthy, and Dak Prescott had 5 different receivers catch a touchdown pass from him on Sunday night, to include an offensive lineman. Offensive linemen, the only time they touch the ball is normally as if there's a fumble at their feet and they fall on the damn thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're taking the Cowboys over the Cardinals on that one. Now, with the Packers and the Vikings, I'm going to lean towards the Packers, but and that's just based on strength and talent that's on the team. The Vikings are definitely capable of beating the Packers. And I'm going to take the Packers in this one, but I really want to be wrong. I mean, I really want to see the Packers lose this game because of the playoff implications that it could mean for Dallas. So we're going to take the Packers.
I wonder if the Steelers are going to pull their head out of their asses from against the Browns. The Browns are actually doing somewhat decent.
The Browns, dude, they almost pulled that game off this week.
Yeah.
And, we're going to take any angry faithful that we might have in the state of Ohio, because we're picking both Ohio teams this week. So I'm going to take the Browns over the Steelers. But that is going to be it, basically. Nobody's got a bye week this week. And next week, is a full slate of games. It is the last regular season game.
Yeah, it's week 18.
Yeah.
Let me get up here.
I mean, there's a lot of mediocrity. There's a lot of games that seem like they'd be no-brainers for picks, but we're just gonna have to see how these teams how teams fare this week.
Oh, wow. No, I think you're wrong. The first one I'm looking at right now is the for week 18 is Cowboys versus the Eagles.
Cowboys at the Eagles. Yeah, I'm looking at the same thing. But when I'm saying there's a lot of mediocrity, we're talking about Washington and New York. We're talking about New Orleans at Atlanta. We're talking about Pittsburgh at Baltimore.
Bengals versus the Browns.
Yeah, the Battle of Ohio is next week. We're looking at there's maybe only a couple of mediocrity games, but there's no Monday night games at all. Everything finishes on Sunday. So, it's the playoff pictures and the playoff brackets are going to be completely and totally set next week for sure. 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So let me see here. And if you can hear Family Guy in the background, that is because my boys are watching it. So let me do
I think we're so far in that it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't.
So, But yeah, we I'm trying to put together. I think we can mention it now because I'm actually starting to put stuff together. I need to go buy the stuff online. Hopefully, it'll make it in by February 14th. That's the only scary thing. I found a bloody knife bath bomb.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and I don't know. Did I tell you what movie we're gonna put in the basket?
No, I don't think you did.
Oh, so I married an axe murderer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because it's a serial killer type movie and it's a comedy, so that's pretty much us for the thing. The I was thinking about putting I don't know how I'm gonna do the movie though, because I might just do like a $20 Walmart gift card because I gotta try to find it and see if I can get it really cheap. If I can get it cheap, I'm gonna do it that way. But
It's either that or
Amazon card.
well, Amazon gift card, or we can find out. Like, so when we go to pick the winner of the basket,
Yeah.
we could find out what format they would prefer. If they prefer a digital format, if they've got Voodoo, then we can just put a Voodoo gift card in there for the price of the movie.
Yeah.
I
I think they
obviously,
take Walmart gift cards.
yeah, because
'Cause it's a
Voodoo
Walmart.
is owned by Walmart. Yeah, exactly. So let me get in here.
But what's really strange is I went on this whole tangent and everything. I need to purchase this stuff, and we need to do the video, and we need to do it like I gotta purchase. I'm gonna purchase some of the stuff this week. I gotta find a black basket, maybe a. If anything, I just put everything in a box. I wanted to fancy it up and everything, and actually get a black basket and a red Easter grass. That plastic grass stuff that you put in the Easter basket, put it like blood red. In my mind, I'm looking at something like that, but then I'm thinking the realism of it is just making it not a basket, but we just call it a basket type deal, to where we just send the stuff to them in a box. Unless they want to pick it up, I'll just put it in a basket. I don't care. I don't know. But is it? I guess we can do like fake black roses. Oh, look at this. Black roses. Oh no, that's the 24 karat gold one. That's like $59. That's not gonna happen.
Okay, so here's what I'm putting in for our picks. I said, here your week 17 picks. If your picks do better than ours, I hope that you get a raging case of mud butt all weekend. And posted. There we go.
I think we can get some fake ones or something like that. Man, these things are. Well, we're not doing the black rose. That's for damn sure.
Well, I mean, we could always get some plastic roses and spray paint the damn things.
That's what I was thinking, but they're still because I figured you could get like one of those bunches of
Go to Hobby Lobby.
Fake roses.
Go to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. There we go. Hobby Lobby. They're like $6.49. I got it. Cool.
See, here at Angry Me, while we do value our female angry faithful,
because they're the only ones listening.
Yeah, because you're the only ones listening. You're not going to get treated. Well, I mean, obviously, you're getting treated better than your normal booze, but you're still going to get some fake shit from us. That's all I'm kind of putting out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all that we've got right now. I don't really want to get into a whole lot of sports news.
There really isn't that much.
No,
other
there's
than
not.
the whole coaches getting fired and everything. I mean, they haven't done any relief on the baseball, right?
Right.
They haven't finished that up, so we're still waiting on that. And we don't get into basketball or anything else that much. So
Yeah.
I do too. That's what's really sad. I was like, okay, we gotta wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah. So
But anyways,
yeah, but anyways, so just kind of on a personal note, real quick. My family and and my family now includes my fiance's family. So, when I say my family, I'm talking my family. We came into a situation over the Christmas holiday. I'm not going to give too many details on the show. David knows what I'm talking about.
yeah.
But if you're into praying and things like that, if that's your thing, please, offer up any prayers that you're willing to. It's just it's a really tough time, but we're getting through it, and I needed to come on this week and at least get the sports show done, just to kind of have some sense of normalcy. But yeah, past that, I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I hope everybody has an amazing New Year weekend. 2022 is going to look up, because I think it's going to be a lot better than the last 2 years. So
Hopefully.
but past that, I'm Johnny Skelton.
I'm David Dickerman. Thank you for watching Angry Faithful. Booyah.
Yeah, keep it classy, San Diego.
Victory!